This, if you're conscious, this is a fantastic time because I want you to understand this. It is only in the summer when the sun is really hot, all the plants really burst out. They know how to make use of the sun's energy. You will say, oh, very hot, oh. Winter also, of course, you were complaining, but something new. Every season gives you something new to complain. Whether it is the climatic season or your life seasons, always complaining about something because you don't learn how to ride it. So these solar flares, for a spiritual seeker who wants to transform his energy, well, this is a time when everything is cooking really well. I want to make sure all the consecrations I want to do, I finish within this next 4.5 years because Sun himself with me. Probably, it's not 100%, this is most probably 80%. I am correct on this, but it could be a little off. Probably by mid-2023 to mid-2024, those 12 months probably, or at least 9 months, it could be at its peak. So at that time, will we bring realization to the world or disasters to the world, or will nations start shooting at each other? I don't know. I would like to see something very positive and wonderful happens. But I'm just one man. Am I just one man? Then why are you keeping quiet? I'm just one man. In ancient times in India, certain yogis have been described as Sahasranga. That means that yogi had 1,000 arms. Do I have? Only 1,000? You said you have an army. I heard that word. Army takes commands. Whatever, yes sir. Anyway, I don't want a yes sir from you, but I want you to come to your senses because this is going to be next few years a charged up time on this planet. Are we going to use this charge for transformation, realization, or are we going to stab at each other, kill each other, do something terrible to each other because some stimulus is happening in our body, we don't have equanimity, then we will damage each other. This is where we are, you will watch it as it progresses. And there is enough scientific study today to support this, that these solar flares have been marked in the yogic calendar in the past. Whenever solar flares rose to a certain pitch, it is happening all the time, but certain times, I don't think there is any particular kind of timetable for that, it is just happens for whatever reasons. I don't think anybody has really figured out why it happens and why the timing of it. Because probably the cycles may be in millions of years, there is nobody here to observe that, exactly why it happens at a given time. Our observations are all of a few centuries, so we really do not know. But whenever these solar flares happen, great yogis rose in that culture. At the same time, battles happened, disastrous events happened, sometimes earthquakes happened, because the magnetic forces in the planet and the thermal forces in the core of the planet are all being influenced by the solar flares. So, if a volcano erupts, if you have a gallery view of a volcano going off full on, what a fantastic view, you wouldn't want to miss it, isn't it? Only if you're at the foothills and you're going to become part of the molten stone, that's not a good thing. So every force in the world is like this. So, when something like this is happening, the populations on the planet should have the wisdom to get themselves to the right place, so that this extra force that is being exerted upon this planet could work to our advantage. This is why approaching every aspect of your life becomes super important. Otherwise, there will be pain, there will be death, there will be problems. At least, if we cannot change the whole world, that also should not be impossible in today's level of communication. Because never before we could communicate with people as we can do today because of the technologies we have. Using the technologies and the solar flares, we can make this next 4.5 years tremendous time for humanity. But if we don't, at least segments of society, segments of human population could rise. Those who do not make use of it, we do not know how it'll go. It's not like some kind of sweeping disaster will happen, earthquake will happen, flood will happen, it's not necessarily like that. But there is an extra stimulus on all the energies that work upon this planet, the geomagnetic forces and nuclear radiations and the magnetic tail that is there behind the earth and the way moon relates to the planet and how it redirects these energies of the flares towards the earth, what it does, all these things will have some kind of stimulus. When extra stimulus happens, when extra power is there, you can do things which you cannot do without the necessary power, isn't it? So right now, it's that kind of a situation. There is extra everything on the planet and it's going to rise in the next year or so. When this happens, we can either break our bones or we can rise. It's marvelous that everybody should rise. Whatever we can do, we should do to see that humanity rises, because there is a kind of energy that is very difficult to generate by ourselves. And the entire planet is being influenced by that.